Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Houston Astros. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. Well, Single, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Ronel Blanco. What do you look for here?
He has a great ability to command a game, Boog, but in order for that to happen today, he's got to limit damage, make smart pitches, and avoid big innings. If he were a golfer, we'd say he needs to avoid any double bogeys out there, and if he does, his scorecard is going to look pretty good at the end of the day.
Ready to go now? Ozzie Smith getting ready to hit. And we are underway.
First pitch, 111.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Just
Ball,
missed.
that's high.
Blanco making his first start of the year. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one misses.
So that's ball four. Runner, take your
walk.
base.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
So stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. This is again 5 in a row. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And next for the Red Sox, Ted Williams. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday.
Here.
Hit hard but foul off to the left.
That's down. That's the ball.
I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
The 1-2. There goes the runner. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Runner goes again in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Two down. Down and in, moved his feet. Pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. And he makes the play on the warning track. Both runners tagging. In comes the first run of the game as the Red Sox take the lead.
That's a nice job right there. It's always great when you can get on the scoreboard first. Just good situational hitting to bring him home from 3rd right there.
Here's the veteran outfielder, Manny Ramirez. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And takes low for ball 1.
Hee-haw!
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Hank stands at third with one gone in the inning. Next pitch misses inside, and a full count now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. Their opponent on the mound today does run into some trouble finding the strike zone at times. So, Singy, I got to figure part of the plan, be patient, be selective today.
Yeah, knowing his history, you just don't help him out. You've got to wait for a pitch that you like and that you can drive. Build traffic on the base pass and aim to reach those broken arms.
David Ortiz in the box now. Takes strike one.
That's the ball. That's down.
With a homer in his last game. Red Sox already leading. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Ortiz not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And it's going to stay a strike. One challenge remaining for them now. Here's a 1-2. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Two now. Just missed.
Ball.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a two-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Good job of damage control right there. So one run on one hit. No errors and a runner left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Red Sox 1. The Astros coming to bat. You're watching the game of the week on MLB The Show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab for the Boston Red Sox in this one, Pedro Martinez. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there. Digging in, Lance Berkman.
Center fielder, number 17, Lance Berkman.
Edge of the zone, called a strike. 0-1.
That's inside. Ball.
Swings through that one for strike two. Outside with a breaking ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat. That fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
That one misses.
Take your bait.
So a leadoff walk.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Jeff Bagwell, the next to hit. That clips the corner. Bagwell launched a homer in his most recent game. And that's fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
The 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's Jordan Alvarez.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
And that one was indeed a strike. Still one challenge left for them. First and second here, no outs. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Stays alive. Looking for the strikeout. And that is a big first out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Two aboard with one out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul O'Neill. First pitch swinging. And a big swing and a miss.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Jackknife's out of the way. One out. Runners at first and second. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? Double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
There's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Berkman at second. Bagwell at first. 2 out of the inning. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing the run.
No, that
missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
New inning getting started. So stepping in for Boston, Willie Mays. To the right side, Biggio. Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 7th, third baseman.
Here's Wade Boggs now. 2 for 9 so far in the series. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
A big win for us today, man. I watched the whole game tonight. It looked a little rough with the inclement weather in Detroit. But big win. Not a great start to the season, though, for us. Hopefully our young guys can turn the corner. I don't think they should have fired Cora, in my personal opinion. I know management doesn't want to accept losing, but, you know, we're relying on Mayer, we're relying on Roman, we're relying on Toll. We're relying on a lot of young guys. Like, we have some vets, but in my opinion, I feel like they should have given Cora longer. Yeah, I agree though, but, like, I think Cora's in a good manager. I think he's very above average. I don't think you just fire him to be a scapegoat. So, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I don't run the team. I don't have that kind of money. But I wouldn't personally have done it. We tried to get some big bats in the offseason. It didn't work. We got Wilson Contreras, who I like. I think he's done well for us. We got some pitchers, which is almost better than getting big bats. But we still don't have as good of bats as we had last year without Bregman in the lineup. So you have to anticipate the scoring goes down a little bit. Plus, we've had some injury issues with Roman. I don't know. I would have kept Cora, to be honest.
Ball, that's up.
Now here's a flare off the bat. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're still leading 1-0. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena.
Yo, I'm going to be honest. If you would have told me before the NFL season and the NHL season that the Patriots would have made the playoffs as the division winner and the Sabres would have won the division and then knocked out the Bruins, I would have told you were absolutely crazy. Well, that's why we love sports, because anything can happen. I was just glad we broke the playoff drought. Now the Jets have the longest playoff drought in professional sports. They were tied with us before. But this team is good. Good coaching. They finally believe in each other. They've always had talent. The thing they've lacked the most, the Sabres, honestly, has been ability to play defense. Yeah, I honestly, I still don't believe in the Patriots. I think they were one of the most fluky teams to make the Super Bowl. They didn't do good in the Super Bowl, so I can't say I'm wrong there, but they made the Super Bowl, so I gotta give them credit. Like, they made the Super Bowl this year. That was great. So now we'll see what happens this year when they're not playing a last place schedule. When with this new Mike Vrabel scandal, without Diggs. I don't think anyone has Diggs yet. He's still a free agent, right? Because of that scandal. I like Drake May. I like what he's done. Yeah, you're right. The O-line didn't do him any favors for sure. But they did draft someone to be the left tackle last year, so that wasn't good for them.
And there's the ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. This one's out of here. Into the archways.
Man, Biggio's been killing me this series. It's like his 3rd home run of the series.
And we're level. It's 1-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Correa at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play.
10-7. That still could get them in the wild card, though. I think the Bills retake the division again this year, but I don't know. We don't have a lot of cap space like the Patriots. The Patriots still had more cap space than us coming into this year, so
This is the game of the week.
we picked up DJ Moore. I like that move, but he's not an elite number 1. I'm pretty sure that everyone is assuming the Patriots are still going to trade for A.J. Brown after June 1st, so that's not confirmed yet, I guess, but it's kind of all but confirmed, so that's a good move for them. They're going to be a challenge. It's going to be them and the Bills, because the Jets are going to stink, and the Dolphins are going to stink.
Better than it actually was.
That's a ball.
Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Hank in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Tied up here in the early going. This one popped up. Biggio under it. That's out number 2. Now here's the Red Sox DH, Ted Williams. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. And that skips in the dirt.
No, ball.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's a long time from now still, but Josh Allen needs it for his legacy. We need to get to the championship, at least. But we'll see what happens, man. It's a long season. One of the hardest games to play. You need a lot of teammates to help you out.
They're taking a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
We got a new head coach. Dang, 5 a.m. That's early. All right, man. Go Red Sox.
And it falls. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Fires to second too late. And he's got a double.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
So runner at second, 2 down. Manny Ramirez up next for the Red Sox.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 holder up.
Man at second. Not close with that one. Ball 2. Hard hit to third. And that will end the inning. Home half of the third. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Lance Berkman.
Well, these Astros showing great discipline at the plate. And patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it. There's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Back ball. Stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Runner takes off. Up the middle, throws to first in time. No chance of the double play with the runner in motion.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And he makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Paul O'Neill up next for the Astros. Went down on strikes his first time through. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the last half of the third. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And fouled off. The 1-2. Berkman on third with 2 out. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Back here at the ballpark. ballpark. Let's check out the latest news from around the league.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Up and
no, that missed. That's a ball.
And the count is 3-1.
Right through there for a strike. 3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Fires over to
He's
first.
out of there.
Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
For the Red Sox, center fielder Willie Mays.
Willie Mays up to hit. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. That one fouled off. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Mays connects and sends it deep left field, and it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Wade Boggs getting ready to hit. Doubled in his first AB. That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but we can never predict baseball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Could be extra bases. Mays flying around third. He'll score, and the Red Sox have the lead.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
1 out, runner at second. Rick Farrell digs in now to the left side, but it is well foul. One out and a runner at second. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Now here is Dustin Pedroia. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. That's got a chance. Out of here. He circles the bases. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 4-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Ozzie Smith, the next to hit. That's off the mark.
That's down.
And that's ball 1. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going. So stepping in for Boston, Hank Aaron. 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the first. That misses, and the count now 2-0. Smith, the runner at first with 2 gone. There goes Ozzie. Pitch is low. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Here's a 3-0. Swings through that one for strike 1. That's in there. And it counts 4.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Now a pop-up on the infield. That one settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and that is that. But they strike for 3 in the inning. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve.
Ball outside.
That's through there for a strike. Ortiz takes it to the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. Flying to right his first time.
He's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Nope, ball.
The Bo Sox leading by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the
2 down, base is empty. Now at the plate, Craig Biggio. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Top of the zone for a called strike.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Brandon Walter.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Battling here as he fouls it away. The wind to kick in the 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's too low. Full count now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a payoff pitch. Popped up. Foul territory behind the plate. And there's one down.
Up next for the Red Sox, left fielder Manny Ramirez.
So stepping in for Boston, Manny Ramirez. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. A.J. Blueball, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Okert getting loose as well.
Ball. Ball.
Just off the outside edge. 3-1.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball to left. 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman David Ortiz.
At the plate, David Ortiz.
That missed. That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 5th.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 3. Willie Mays waiting to bat for the Red Sox. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Late swing, foul to the left. Two down, nobody on. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Cuts out it and misses. That's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat. And we're back with a series sweep very much in play, Siggy. Sizable lead, so keep those brooms handy.
A sweep can really send shockwaves through a clubhouse, Boo. One team surging forward, the other left searching for answers.
Correa wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. No challenges left for them now. 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
A dive, he's got it. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Cat-like reflexes on that one. Makes the dive, has to get up. Clean exchange to throw a strike across the diamond. And what a tremendous play.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Struck out swinging his first time. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The Astros trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5.
Nope, that's in.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. One and two now. Comes up. Diaz, he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Berkman,
Ball.
the next to hit, takes ball 1.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Ball.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so change up its stick.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, and this is still. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Astros go to the pen, and here comes Stephen Okert. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Willie Mays digging in now. And first offering is fouled off. That one way inside. This to third. Gets it to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next,
Wade Boggs up next for the Red Sox. And that one
That's
is
the ball down.
downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Hoo-yah! That's the ball.
Awfully close. I
Outside.
don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Outside
No, that's
with the
out.
breaking ball. Swing and a pop off in foul ground. 2 down. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Rick Farrell.
Rick Farrell.
Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter. Jason Varitek trying to get something going for him with 2 away.
That's a ball.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Fouled off left side. The 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it. That misses
That's
the
a ball.
zone, and it's a full count. Dustin Pedroia would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. He goes down looking. Nothing doing for Boston as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jeff Bagwell.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
The 1-0. That one found hard the other way.
Nope, ball.
That's out to center field. And there's one away. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
Well, the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out. Good
ball. That's
pitch
up.
right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Ball.
The Stros trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one off
that's
the
out.
outside edge. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And a foul ball. He stays alive. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Draws the walk
Nope,
there.
that's ball 4.
And he
Runner
saw
take your
8
base.
pitches before earning the walk. Really professional AB. One gone, runner at first. Paul O'Neill now at the plate. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one fouled off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important
that's
getting
that's
back
the ball.
into this ball game.
And that's
the ball.
The inside edge. And a count 2-1. Outside. And ball four.
Runner take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted at first base with a quick free pass.
Jose Altuve steps up in a big spot here. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Pedro Martinez done for the afternoon, and he exits with a nice lead. Threw the ball well, and we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. New pitcher on here, Raleigh Fingers. This is his first appearance of the season. Got one close, ruled the ball. Ball one. Runners at first and second with one gone. That one's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Ball.
In the dirt. And they got him.
That'll drive your coaching staff nuts. First, you try to move up when it didn't roll that far away, but then trying to get back before they throw you out anyway, not going to go in your highlight reel.
Outside low. 3 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. O'Neill off of first with 2 away. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. So a walk
Take
puts
your
runners
base.
at first and second.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to check. The guy with the fastball.
Up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. Movement in the bullpen, Mason Miller. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Chapman, the lefty, warming up as well. Base hit into center field. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. 4-2 now.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there are a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
Next to hit, Craig Biggio. In the air to left center, Ramirez should have this one. Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Blueball. And next for the Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat. Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out towards right center field. O'Neill in position. 1 down. Back to the top of the order now. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Bennett Sousa, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. And another
no, that's
ball,
down. Ball.
Blue ball. 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2022. In the air, left field. Alvarez under it. Takes it in for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Hank Aaron, 1 for 3. Foul ball there. Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. 2 down, nobody on. Tap foul at the plate. Red Sox leading it by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and misses. Tied him up on a fastball. Back here in Houston, and stepping in for the Astros, Carlos Correa. That misses.
That's the ball.
Ball 1. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Diaz in the box now. No balls and a strike. Check swing. Went around. And the count is 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Tying run at the plate.
Way to lay off that pitch down. You know, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Go the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. 1 out, man at first. Lance Berkman will hit next. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Raleigh Fingers will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Aroldis Chapman.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
That one in triple digits.
Ball inside. Ball.
The Astros with the tying run at the plate here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off. He was late. Two-two now. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Bagwell stands in now and watches strike one. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. See you later. A two-run homer, and we are starting over.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Yordan Alvarez up next for the Astros.
Wood!
Pitch is in there, and it's 0-2.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And a swing and a miss. Out number 3. But this clutch home run gets us even again. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Bennett Sousa.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Close,
no,
but
ball.
called a ball. Ball 1. Ground ball left side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now he's challenging to call it strike, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Tied at 4. Turned on, but foul wide of third. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. David Ortiz getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two down, nobody on. In the air, left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base. Willie Mays up next for the Red Sox. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads.
Hey, ha!
Inside, almost got him.
That's in, ball.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 3. Wade Boggs in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 3-2 now.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out. One left for the Red Sox. Bottom of the 8th. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Paul O'Neill.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
That one hammered left field. Way back there. It's got a chance. And brings it in at the wall. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Manager out of the dugout now. And it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Aroldis Chapman done for the day. And it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with the So they turn things over to the righty, Mason Miller. Stretches out and holds it in.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
The 0-1. And that traps in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out towards right center field. And it drops in. And a go-ahead run is on base.
You know what they say, you couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Biggio in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Pena off of first with 2 away. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Now quick throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. Struck him out looking. So the Astros. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Josh Hader. So stepping in for Boston, Wade Boggs, known for his late inning heroics.
Ball, that's in.
He was
That
looking
missed.
for some
That's the ball.
firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front swinging that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. 4-4 in the 9th. Swing and a foul out of play. On the ground to first, Bagwell. He steps on the bag, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. So up next, Jason Varitek. Struck out looking at his first at bat.
No, that missed. That's a ball. Hey!
All tied up here at the top of the 9th. Fastball for a a strike.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
Tied at 4. On the ground, right side. Toss to Bagwell, and that's an out. Dustin Pedroia, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game. And it's fouled off. Fought off foul. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Back here in Houston, bottom 9, and they've got a chance at a walk-off in this tie game. Here's Carlos Correa.
Power relievers, one after another, coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And a base hit. Leadoff knock puts the winning run on base.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
0-1 down.
Right through there for a strike. Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Slider squirts away. Throws to second. In there safely. Huge wild pitch there. Winning run is in scoring position. The winning run on second base. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, you talk about a pitch coming in on a frozen roll. The challenges of catching up to 100 miles an hour or above is just tremendous. You see it, at least you think you do, but by the time you swing, it's in the catcher's mitt.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Mason Miller out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Adrian Morejon. He's making his second appearance of the season. And here is Lance Berkman. There's a strike, 95 of that one. On the ground. Fires to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Jeff Bagwell up next for the Astros. First pitch misses. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The Stros with the winning run standing at second here in the last half of inning number 9. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Hank under this one. And that is the inning.
Well, this guy...
On to extra innings. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Ozzie Smith. Alex Cora turning to the bench for a new hitter, Jimmy Rollins.
Great spot. He's looking to come through with that go-ahead run on base.
Nope. Ball.
2
That
balls
missed.
and
That's a
no
ball.
strikes.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Out towards right center field. Berkman moving under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Go-ahead run on base. Hank Aaron up next for the Red Sox. And fouled off.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Pitch out, but no action. The Red Sox with the go-ahead run at third here in the top half of the 10th. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
And a count 2-1.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That's in there. And the count is 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Oh, that's a huge strikeout right there. Big second out. Infield was in. They were playing the full court press, and he got the swing and miss. Keeps this one tied. This next at bat should be a lot of fun. The odds of wiggling out of this just went up considerably.
Well struck left field. That one carrying. Runner from third in to score. And they lead it in the 10th. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Hits the top of the wall. In comes the run from second. The throw to second is offline.
Comes through with the RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So a change being made out at second. Pinch running for Boston, Jarren Duran. They'd like to cash in after the 2-out double, so a speed upgrade might help them. And now David Ortiz.
Yeehaw!
That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss as he's out front.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Swing and a miss. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here in. On to the bottom of the 10th. Yorkdown Alvarez digs in now.
Hurt! That's the ball low.
swings through that one. Good job behind the dish. Paul O'Neill in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And it's second. And ball four there. Tying run is on base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball four.
Paul O'Neill will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. On the ground, 2 ball. Throws to second for 1. Not in time to first. It's a fielder's choice.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Jose Altuve getting ready to hit. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Adrian Morejon is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Keith Folt. Left field. Makes the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Well, this is
pull up on, hop in, ride out, like this, right away.